Welcome to Christian Trivia. My name's Brandon, and today we're going to be looking at the basics of the Bible. What you need to know and what you should know if you're a Christian, or maybe you're a new Christian and you're just learning this stuff. Let's dive into question number 1. Here we go. Let's start out with this. How many books are in the Bible? Is it A, 57, B, 100, C, 66, or D, 49? Remember that it's split up into a couple different sections, and we're going to talk about that in a second. And the correct answer is 66. Congrats, you've learned your first fact about the Christian Bible. And now that we know the number of books, let's talk about how many are in the Old Testament and New Testament. Is it A, 39 Old and 27 New, B, 50 Old and 16 New, C, 30 Old and 36 New, or D, 35 Old and 31 New? And the answer is 39 in the Old Testament and 27 in the New Testament. Yes, this is a lot of books, but it's worth your time. Look at each and every one of them. Question number 3, what is the Pentateuch? This is a very specific thing that I think is important for all Christians to understand what it is and how it played a role in ancient Jewish society. The Pentateuch is the first 5 books of the Bible: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy, all written by the same author. Let's talk about that. Question number 4, who traditionally wrote the Pentateuch? Was it A, Joshua, B, Moses, C, Noah, or D, Aaron? This one may be a little bit more difficult, but we're here to teach as well as quiz. And the answer is B, Moses, one of the most influential figures in Jewish society. It's said that he wrote these first 5 books of the Bible. Now we know of many different categories within the Bible, but how many prophetic books are in the Bible? Is it A, 19, B, 12, C, 5, or D, 17? And the correct answer is D, 17. These are split into major and minor prophets, but we're going to talk about that in just a second. All right, you're 5 questions in, 5 more to go, and you've made it to our quiz pit stop. How are you guys doing so far? And if you wouldn't mind, it would help us out a ton if you'd like this video, share it with a friend, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're going to be making one of these videos every single week, and we'd love to do more and more as we grow. Thank you so much. Here's question number 6. So we just spoke about the prophets, but let's talk about how many major and minor prophets there are. Is it A, 4 major and 13 minor, B, 8 major and 7 minor, C, 5 major and 12 minor, or D, 6 major and 11 minor? These are some of the most popular books in the entire Bible. And the answer is 5 major and 12 minor. And here's a list right below. The minor prophets are sometimes called the 12. All right, time for a little bit of a mental break. How many Gospels are there? This one should be easy for most of you. Is it A, 5, B, 4, C, 3, or D, 6? And the answer is B, 4. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. These are the books we're most often introduced to first in Christianity. I personally recommend starting with John. Speaking of some other authors, let's talk about the most prominent author in the Bible. Who wrote the most amount of books? Was it A, Moses, B, Luke, C, Matthew, or D, Paul? And yes, we're talking about books here, not word count. And the answer is D, Paul. He wrote almost half of the New Testament, writing many letters to different churches within the first century church. I guarantee, even if you're not a Christian, you've heard some of Paul's writings. All right, 2 questions left. Here's question number 9. How many years were in between the Old Testament and New Testament? There's a period of time here, but how long was it? Another fill in the blank to make it a little bit more difficult. Also called the Intertestamental Period, this is a span of 400 years in which there are no books written. And then last but not least, question number 10, how many chapters are in the book of Psalms? We know that Psalms is the largest book in the Bible, but how many chapters does it have? Is it A, 150, B, 139, C, 163, or D, 157? And the answer is A, a clean 150. Did you know that Psalms is actually broken up into 5 books within itself? It's quite interesting if you look into it. But that brings us to the end of this quiz. Let us know in the comments below what your score was, and tell a friend. Make sure you check out these other videos right here, and as always, like and subscribe to help us grow this channel and get more quizzes running. Thank you so much for checking this out, and we'll see you on the next one. See ya!